Right there with Drake May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board. Nacua with his third catch of the drive. It's a 14-yard touchdown.
One of the best offensive minds in football. He understands that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Puka Nacua. So the idea of being able to move him around, that time he aligns in the backfield in a traditional running back set. The main cog in all of that's the MVP candidate quarterback.
Look out for Davante Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his second touchdown. Puka Nacua having himself one heck of a day.
We talked to defensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Adro Avero. He said, we have to turn this into a kicking contest. We have to force red zone field goals. So far, this Rams team's been down there twice, and they have no answer.
Here comes Hubbard, straight into the end zone for the Panther touchdown.
All right, watch Damian Lewis, the left guard. He was the other half of that big free agent spending to solidify the interior of this offensive line. Robert Hunt, we've talked about him dealing with injury.
Both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up, he's got room. Bryce Young tucks it, runs. Bryce Young, touchdown.
We're going to try to do a little TE stunt here on the right side. Byron Young, he's going to get some interior pressure. That's what moves Bryce Young. And then just one-on-one in space with Nate Landman. And tell you what, it's not really his game, but you think back to his career, right? His Heisman Trophy year, what he did at Alabama. Not the biggest guy, not the most physical, but his athleticism is probably one of the more underrated aspects of his game. For these moments to run the ball between the tackles.
Chuba Hubbard, straight ahead, over the goal line, touchdown Carolina, Panthers lead.
Tough matchup, they get down there around the 5-yard line or closer, it becomes Davante Adams time.
Stafford has Williams, Kyren Williams puts the Rams back in front.
Watch what he does to Shirless. He's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be a three-way go. So the best guys I've ever been around, the linebackers, the Luke Kuechly's of the world, they always say, make the back break out. But you see just the ability to manipulate the eyes with Stafford, and once Shirless plays outside leverage and Kyren Williams crosses his face.
As aggressive as Canales is, blitz comes. Young, corner of the end zone. Coker, a dime, a touchdown, a Panther lead.
Wild card weekend. Bryce Young takes a look out, one-on-one in the slot against the safety Cam Curl, and there was no doubt when Bryce Young caught that ball where he was going.
10 from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson! What a catch! And a touchdown!
Catch the miss. High, outside, left foot, right foot. He is in. Tell you what, Colby Parkinson, they paid him a lot of money. Originally drafted in Seattle. My last year in Seattle, he was one of our young tight ends, and I think everyone thought he was going to be good, but he has taken on a huge role in this Rams offense down the stretch, and this place is dead quiet.
3rd and 2. Fake it to him. Rolling, throwing, caught! And does he get into the end zone? He does. Christian Watson crosses the goal line for a touchdown.
Watch them work from the right to the left. It looks like an outside stretch play, and instead they come back the other way. And Watson, with that speed, able to get to the corner, outflank McLeod, and an easy throw that time for Jordan Love for the touchdown. Good call by Matt LaFleur.
They go 9 plays, 85 yards. Nice balance, 4 runs, 5 passes. In the pocket. Open. Caught. Reed. Touchdown. Jaden Reed from 18 yards out.
Christian Watson take 2 defenders with him takes 26 and 31 downfield. It creates an opening for 11 and a mismatch against the linebacker Edmonds. So Watson won't get recognized except for you and I talking about it here. But by him taking those two defenders.
3 receivers to the left. Love look that way. Jacobs the back. Love throwing. Open, caught. Dobbs for the score.
Yes, to Matt LaFleur coming up with a good plan right here. He basically has a bunch formation. You can see 2 defenders in the back end of Chicago's secondary confused. See him pointing, 26. He kind of gets caught up on the wrong guy. It leaves Dobbs all alone out there in the flat.
On the ground. Swift. Can he get into the end zone? He can. Off a Loveland block. Loveland did it all in that drive. Touchdown, Chicago. From the 23, pass to the outside. Finding room here. Golden. Golden is inside the 10, and Golden will go into the end zone for the touchdown. So Matthew Golden, their #1 pick, who did not have a single touchdown during the regular season, picks an opportune time for #1.
Finally gets a chance, and here it is. Took him to come out of the backfield with motion. Nobody responds. They blitz from the interior. See the slot there. Gordon blitzes. But how about Golden's effort? Good blocks. Good job by Watson. But that is a heck of an end to the...
In the pocket, fires, caught, touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus into the end zone.
Underneath, either checking it down or finding a tight end or receiver. Zaccheaus this time from the right just works underneath, trying to work in space against the linebackers. Caleb puts it out front. Easy job of
Has time, throws, caught! 2 points. Who else? Colston Loveland. Field goal range. They want to get 7. They can use the clock. Williams throwing, and it's caught for the touchdown by DJ Moore. Forget about the clock. Just take the lead when you can.
2-3 receivers. They look like they're going to just throw a quick screen to Luther Burton. Watch Caleb Williams pump it and then release DJ Moore down that left sideline. So you put Moore and Loveland out in front. The defense, watch them react. If they think the ball's going to be thrown to Burton, they completely lose DJ Moore behind him because their eyes were on that quick screen. Good job of kind of showing it, flashing it by Caleb. And there's nobody downfield. Once they bid on it, easy throw for Moore once again against the Packers for the touchdown.
Trevor's going to go up top, going to throw it. End zone! Got a touchdown with Brian Thomas Jr. in Jacksonville, the first to find the end zone.
But Trevor Lawrence, and you just see the ball placement is absolutely perfect inside, and you watch.
There he goes, Tony. You had the right call, and I think he broke the plane. It's a touchdown.
Gene, you saw him do that. That's very strange. It's a touchdown if they're allowing the play, but he came out and said something very fast.
He is, by the way, hurt again. Now he's hobbling as he goes to the sideline. It looks like, yep, they're moving it back into PAT formation, spotting the football at the 15. So it is a touchdown.
And watch this at the end, though.
Good goal, 6 yards away from the lead. Here's Lawrence. Zips it. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Parker Washington.
But just Parker Washington being a big difference maker. That throw is exactly where it should be. High and away. I mean, that is why Jacksonville, I think whoever wins this game has a shot at going to the Super Bowl, Jim. This game is that close. But you knew the ball was going to stay in Josh's hands right there.
No question. 1st and 10. Makes the quick toss. Goes down the field. Kincaid has it for the touchdown. To Kincaid for the lead right back.
Just an exceptional play call. And Josh Allen with the pump fake. Just watch right here. We're running a screen, right? We're running a screen. I'm going to go out here and block you. And then go up the sideline. And Josh Allen throws that.
He's rolling right. Loves to throw it this way. Flicks it. ETN. He's in for the touchdown. And Jacksonville takes the lead again.
Just take a look. He's going to run out here. Russo's the only guy. He's got to cover him, and he has a double situation. Do I take the quarterback or the running back? And he decides to go. Big-time play call by Liam Cohen.
On 1st and goal. He's shoved across. They'll go ahead and take the touchdown. As again, Reggie Gilliam rides right behind him. And the Bills are back in front with a minute to go.
And then they let them score here. Don't actually see how they come out of there. They back out of it. That gives you the most.
2nd and goal. Couple of fakes. Purdy, quick throw. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Robinson again. And the 49ers strike first.
A lot of deception here on this play. They fake the jet sweep, fake the toss, and a little bit of eye candy. Mitchell just can't squeeze that coverage tight enough, and a good throw just above the helmet to Robinson.
3rd and goal. They give it to Goddard on the sweep. Dallas Goedert's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
An underhand shovel. This is just a jet sweep to Goddard coming across. Seal the edge of the defense, and then Pinnock's free.
Hurts on the keeper. Rolling, throwing, caught for the touchdown. Guess who? Dallas Goedert, another one.
If you're blocking within a yard, you can drive that defender. You could drive that defender 5, 6, 10 yards downfield. Great flag pickup, touchdown for the Eagles.
Sky Moore again, little trickery. Who's thrown it before? Going deep, McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers, but there's a flag. Wait. Hold on. Let's see what the flag is.
So much deception here. Ends up being your passer. Give it to Sky Moore on the jet sweep. And then I don't know why Blankenship comes out of coverage. He feels McCaffrey there, but he kind of goes to approach the running back, or excuse me, Jennings. And then who else? Christian McCaffrey.
3rd and goal. Purdy, pressure, steps up. Hard, touchdown San Francisco. It's McCaffrey.
This is the guy who catches it. McCaffrey, of course it's McCaffrey. Look at this route. Comes across, dips underneath Williams, sells the flat route on to Kobe Dean.
You see the Stevenson 128-yard total tonight. Late pass. Oh, picked up on Henley. Twists him. Man's up. Henry's got it to the end zone. Touchdown, New England against his old team in the playoffs.
The other back is going to make a spectacular block. Then you're going to see him get just a piece of Dayon Henley, who's a whirling dervish coming through and almost got to May, who kept his eyes down the field and was able to see Henry and just lobbed the perfect throw over Derwin James's head. This is a play we did not see from Drake May early in the year. He was the kind of guy that would drop his head down, but look just barely over the outreached arm.
And it's 2nd and 3. Fake toss. Wide open. Spinning catch. Kirk touchdown. Strong play and a good catch by Kirk. Ball a little behind him, and the Texans have their first lead of the night.
But this is an excellent job. It's designed well. They're going to act like they're going to turn and toss it behind them. But as Kirk comes across, he's open immediately. And typically down here, you make a throw behind a receiver like that, the defense is going to be able to make up for the difference and then make the play. But Christian Kirk able to make a man miss.
3rd down and 12. Rodgers, time runs out. Ball is out. It's picked up by the Texans and Sheldon Rankins. And he is in for a touchdown.
You've got the pressure off the edge with Will Anderson, and then Rankins comes here, and he goes right through left guard Sayamalu. I mean, this is a two-man rush on that left side, and both guys get home. In a close ball game, the defense, as you would expect, comes up with the huge play.
And it is a touchdown. He never went down. Rankins picked it up while he was standing up. Decisions to be made as they go forward. 1st down and goal, ball back outside the 10 as Marks has his first 100-yard game and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. As we look at Marks, who got down and then got in.
A lot of networks knocking on his door, that's for sure. And if he wants to continue to coach, if he's let go, there'll be a lot of suitors knocking on his door for that as well.
Here's an interception for good measure. It's picked off by Bullock. And Rodgers is in his way, trying to make the tackle. Can't. And it's a touchdown, Texans. The man who is number 1 all time in interception percentage as a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, throws a long pick 6.
Yeah, he sure does. Bullock, this is his 5th interception of the year. He had 5 last year, which led the team, and this entire secondary has been a ball-hawking group.
Davis is the running back. Pass, open, touchdown, touchdown, Buffalo Bills, Mecole Hardman. That's the same play that he scored the game winner in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas in overtime for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I want you to watch. Surtain is here. The motion's going to come in, so you think that he's not going to actually get the ball, and then he comes out, and right there he's telling him to go over there. And that is why you motion. The communication gets disrupted. What a play call and design.
Ready!
They fake the handoff to Harvey. They able to sidearm pass. It's wide open to the lineman we just mentioned. Crum comes in as an eligible receiver. He reports and he receives and he runs it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
Watch. Sean Payton special. Here's Crum. He's going to act like he's blocking. I'm blocking, guys. No one cover me. I would never catch a touchdown. Yes, I will. Denver takes the lead.
Frank Crum.
I'd send someone right downfield if the safety's there to make the outcut.
On 2nd and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here's you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey hauling it in for the Bronco touchdown.
Get the field goal position, but you have your opportunity, and guess who they're attacking? Savage on the backside. He overruns it. There's no reason to. Big-time route and throw by Humphrey and Nix. What a play call.
Humphrey. Kincaid on a wing, quick toss. It's Coleman, sidesteps the defender and slides in for the touchdown. Keon Coleman had a big catch last week at Jacksonville, and today he scores on a desperately needed drive for the Buffalo Bills.
There was a penalty, double clutch this, but this was no bigger play to extend and score. That is a touchdown, and boy did he need that. That's why you stay in it all year mentally. You get in the doghouse a little bit, but you never know when you're opportunity.
Here's Allen. Drop it back, thrown into the end zone, and it is hauled in. Kincaid, just as he did a week ago, with the touchdown grab, and the Bills are a Prater extra point away from taking the lead.
Critical situations. In the red zone, the ball's going to Kincaid. And Josh Allen throws a perfect level 2 ball where only his guy can catch it at the high point. Hasn't played a ton today. Now it's like go out there and save our season.
1st and 10.
They're going after him.
Going for the end zone, over the shoulder. Oh, Mims hauls it in. Once again, another right down to the wire, you got to think.
We've had a few thrillers in the divisional and AFC title game over the years. I mean, that throw, just dropping it in the bucket, keep the feet in, come to the ground with it. Mims is usually the gadget guy, obviously an exceptional returner, but the pressure under all this right now, this is just such high-level football in many ways.
Great throw by Nix. His third touchdown. Has a chance to take his team to the championship game. Here it is on the way, and the Denver Broncos have won it in overtime.
And here we go. It's Rashid Shaheed. With the seam, Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands. It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game.
Trippy, number 18. That penalty will be in.
Shaheed just right through the heart of the kickoff coverage.
That was
trying to make the tackle on the penalty on the trip on the kicker. No way to slow him down. What a trade to bring him in at the trade deadline. All-pro returner this year, and he shows you why. He's had this breakaway speed since he came into the league, and when you don't slow his feet, and he could hit a crease like that, no way to slow him down. You got Pinheiro trying to get him down. Oh, yeah.
Second and goal. Fake. Darnold looking, firing, end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Leading receiver this year. What a throw by Darnold on the run. Only where he could put it in front of Luter.
Here's Walker, cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in! Touchdown, Seahawks!
Look, this ball is supposed to go to the right side of the field. Watch this. He feels it, and he cuts all the way back to the left side of the field. In run defense, it's hard for any defense to guard all 53 1/3 yards.
On first down, Kenneth Walker again to the left. Sprinted through. Walker's got another. Touchdown, Seattle.
You got Barner at tight end. You got Saubert just winning their blocks on the edge, and that's all it takes for Walker. A little space, and he's just electric in the open field. His speed, his explosiveness.
Walker looking for the trifecta. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Just off the right side, behind Lucas, the right tackle, Barner at tight end. Just seal the edge, Sundell leading up inside, untouched for Walker.
They're going to throw. And complete. Douglas, touchdown, Patriots on 4th and 1. Here they come. Stroud, end zone, Kirk, touchdown.
Zero blitz, nobody in the middle of the field. Here they come. And even with a ball that's thrown behind Christian Kirk, he's able to use his body and hold off the defender just enough. You see Marcus Jones is in coverage. Kirk's running to the outside route, and a ball that's behind.
In trouble. That ball is up for grabs. Picked off. Back the other way, Jones. He is in for the touchdown. Caleb on Chason had pressure. That ball was up. May, end zone, the catch, the touchdown, Diggs.
This is a great catch. I mean, that is not easy to do. That ball's away. He knows he's going to have contact at the end of it. Jalen Reed in coverage, and he's trying to make a play on the football, but just strong hands by Stephon Diggs.
Anderson coming off the edge. May steps into it, takes a shot downfield, and caught for the touchdown, Kayshon Boutte. Wow.
Pretty amazing job. Great throw, outstanding catch by Kayshon Boutte. That's some of the things that we've seen from him throughout this season in what has been a breakout year. I mentioned Stingley was targeted just one time through the first 3 quarters, twice on this possession. He got called for the penalty, and then they take him deep for the touchdown.
Can't do it any better than number 9 did right there.
Second and goal. It's on the ground. Williams to the end zone for the touchdown. Kyren Williams patiently waits. Finds the end zone to cap a 14-play drive, and the Rams are on the board first.
But watch him here come down and get this block. Nicely done by Matthew Stafford. He saw exactly what he wanted, the down block, and there it is. And for Kyren Williams, he is a master of that. He is so patient running the ball. And then those lightning quick cuts.
Fourth and goal for the Bears. Williams, first look not there. Back of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
Oh my goodness. Omar Speights thought he had a pick, but Caleb Williams was too clever. Barely out of the reach, right over his head, in for the touchdown. That may have been a season ago an interception that now is a touchdown.
First and goal from the 5. Inside of 9 to go. Kyren Williams bouncing to the outside. Williams to the end zone. The Rams take the lead.
It has been the blocks of these tight ends on the edge out here. That time Colby Parkinson, Puka Nacua out there. But Kyren Williams has the vision, has the patience, and he set it up, right? Did you see the way he went?
So here we go, 4th and 4.
Expose the blitz.
Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble, put it up for grabs in the end zone. He got it for the touchdown! They've done it again! Unbelievable!
It all. So we're going to get motion out here because they're going to want to get the one-on-one against the 6'5" tight end, against the 5'11" Kobe Durant on the outside, and simply throw one up. But it wasn't there in time, but I have never seen anything like that. In all my days, I have never seen anything like that. That was as blind a throw, just knowing where your guy was, give him a chance, and there are probably only 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that could have made that throw with the fadeaway jumper all the way into the end zone.
And the Rams are looking for a push-off on Kmet down here. As you saw Lake and Durant turn back around to the receivers, to the officials, as Williams was getting hit, put it up for grabs. And look at this look by Josiah Stewart. He's looking up at the screen. Hand fighting. Kmet breaks away. His nickname is the thicker kicker. It's never been a thicker pressure moment to send the Rams to the championship game. Mavis from 42 online, and it's good! And the Los Angeles Rams go to the championship game with an overtime win in Chicago. Cut by Carolina on the Jets practice squad in 2025. Harrison Mevis is a hero. Matthew Stafford and the Rams have ended this magical, glorious season for Chicago.
So, on 2nd and goal. Take the handoff through to the end zone. Wide open! Caught for a touchdown! Cortland Sutton and the Broncos strike.
This is the play. Corner and safety, you've got to go ahead and in and out here, but they have their eyes in the backfield. And this is just a great play call by Sean Payton.
2nd and 4. Taken off is May. Drake May to the end zone for the New England touchdown.
And you see just the numbers right here. I'm going to throw it. No, you're not. Get up on the second level. Just a walk-in touchdown based on the numbers here. Stevenson goes and blocks.
Walker gets it again. Tries to sprint to the edge. He's so fast. He gets there. Touchdown, Seattle.
An electric start. There's about 4 unblocked Rams in the hole, and Walker just stutters his feet and then uses his speed to the perimeter.
Stafford looking, floats when Williams wide open and he scores. Touchdown, Rams.
It look easy. It just ends up being slightly zone coverage, but they match the zone, so everyone's going across. I don't know how you lose track of Kyron Williams out there. He runs his route. It's really hard for any defensive back to get a beat on what he's doing.
Darnold looking at him again. Some pressure though. Hit as he throws. Man open. Guess who? Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
They get enough time in pass protection. Smith-Njigba in the backfield. They get enough time for him to kind of stand in the pocket, wait for that to develop. He comes out, Cooper Kupp takes the underneath part of the coverage, and I just don't.
Darnold to throw. Back, hit, throws, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Jake Bobo! It's his 4th catch of the year.
The 12s are fired up. All the coverage was rotating to the right side of the field. Bobo with a little wiggle to the corner, back to the post.
They go 3 tight ends again here. Stafford looking to throw. Floats one end zone. Adams is in. Touchdown, LA. That is some answer.
He's made the most of his opportunity. Hasn't been perfect this year by any stretch, but they love that he's a real football player. He gets in there and relates to his offensive line. He's done a great job.
3rd down here over the middle. Cooper Kupp is in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Coverage. The inside gets cleared out, and then Coop just feels the sweet spot in that zone. Darnold kind of looks to the left, opens up that voided zone a little bit. See the eyes get wide open when you see.
Now we'll see if they can make him pay. Stafford, low enough, going deep. Nakua's open. He has got a touchdown.
He goes right for him, back to Woolen, who just got the penalty. Slight bubble. Unbelievable catch by Nacua, and a great job by Stafford. Going right back to him. Here's the route. Just a little stutter at that move point, which is about 14 yards. That's where the intermediate passing takes place. So when you can just freeze the defensive back's foot, even the slightest bit, that's where you get the separation down the field. A costly penalty by Woolen, and then giving up the deep one-on-one with, of course, Puka Nacua.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown.
Wow.
That play is now under video review.
Yeah, so they review every score. They ruled it a touchdown. It certainly looks there that he's in. I think that would take a lot to overturn. Oh, my goodness.
George Holani's the running back. Fake to him. Darnold to the end zone. Barner's got a touchdown.
There's not much you can do about it, right? You've got to play the run game here because they're in such an advantageous position. You see the heat coming on the play, but eventually the dam had to break. Play downfield.
Gain of 24, trying to find some tempo, trying to take a shot play. Downfield for Hollins, he's got it! Touchdown, New England!
He's hustling across the field, but then he's got to turn and try to make the play down the field, and you've got Mack Hollins, who is not finished yet. Tremendous. So 2 completed passes, 2 plays we've seen from the Patriots time after time this year. And finally, it shows they did get a substitution in there.
And they bring a pressure as well. And May get it knocked out as Witherspoon came under pressure. And Uchenna Nwosu is going the distance for a touchdown.
Same blitz, right? They're going to come here, they're going to go there, and here's the side. Because as a quarterback, you have vision to that side, but he has not seen that blitz, and he hasn't had an answer for it. He did show a few answers, but you just have to sometimes tip your cap to the other team. They were physically tougher and stronger, and mentally they got the job done against us too.
And it comes out, and Nwosu comes up and gets it right out of the air. Well, Sam Darnold's the first USC quarterback to start a Super Bowl, and Nwosu, another Trojan, fights on to the end zone. It's been an uphill fight all night for the Patriots. K9, as he's known, Kenneth Walker welcomes the defense back. As the dark side defense has been lights out. Might be looking for another coordinator as Kubiak takes this Raiders job as his report. May stepping up, throwing it out. Stevenson takes it off his shoe tops and scores a touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. He caught it before it hit the ground.
And I think May thought that.
Wow, yeah, he got it.
I think May thought that he had made a mistake. He grabbed his helmet as soon as he threw it.
Yeah,
it's a touchdown. Watch May. He's like, oh, I can't believe I did that.